Hello from Bahrain.
Bahrain was once known as the Pearl of the Gulf due to its thriving pearl industry, which played a huge role in the region's economy for centuries. Bahrain was also the first country in the Arab Gulf to discover oil back in 1932. It has one of the oldest continuous monarchies in the Gulf, with its rulers dating back over 200 years. The ancient Dilmun civilization, considered one of the earliest in human history, thrived in Bahrain over 4,000 years ago. So let's explore the Pearl of the Gulf.
So this morning we have made it to the Bahrain fort, also known as the Portuguese fort. This is a kind of landmark of the country, and in the past Bahrain has been kind of an oasis of the Gulf because they had fresh water from the ground, and Bahrain actually means two seas, meaning like the sea around the island and then the fresh water. And the flag, it's red and white, and it had 5 triangles. And the 5 triangles symbolize the 5 pillars of Islam, and then the red symbolize the battles, and the white the peace. And Bahrain has been an important part throughout history. So the Greeks have been here, the Portuguese have been here, the Persians have been here, the Brits have been here. So it's been an important part through history in the Gulf. So the building material for this fort consists of limestone, corals, and you can actually see, very clear in some parts the coral aspect, and then date palm. Really cool. And as you can see, like here, there are shells from the coral. This fort has been also destroyed multiple times. Most recently, in Bahrain got 1.5 year amount of rainwater in one day. So it's also been reconstructed multiple times. And today it also is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. We have just visited the National Museum, and we've seen the old civilization and how they used to bury the people, and they also had some different kind of scenes of old life in Bahrain and old traditions. And now, unexpectedly, we boarded a boat to, see some of Bahrain from the sea. Can see behind me here is the Grand Mosque of Bahrain, and as it's Friday today and the main prayer day, we can't go inside, but still it looks really grand from the outside, and I'm guessing that it's probably very, very beautiful from the inside as well. And then here we also have the National Library, which is also another very beautiful building. We have now made it to the King's Farm here on the outskirts of Manama. We're almost like halfway down the country. Bahrain is only like 50 kilometers long, so we've come halfway down the country. It's not very big, and we are, as I mentioned, at the King's Farm, which essentially is the king's pet camels. And they don't do any form of camel racing or anything here in Bahrain, they're just chilling here, being pets. The last stop of the day was the old souk, and after walking around there for a while, we went to a traditional restaurant serving some traditional Bahrainian food. And the place that we went to is called Danat al-Tawawish restaurant. And we had a sharing kind of platter of kebabs, and my favorite one was the beef seasoned with the black lemon, and also their traditional flatbread. And then we also got a special dish which I don't know the name of, but this restaurant is kind of famous for that. It's essentially 2 flatbreads, and in the middle there's an anchovy filling, and it didn't taste like anchovy or smell like anchovy at all. It was very delicious. And then I also tried my first Saudi cola. So yeah, it was a very good meal, and I can highly recommend this restaurant if you are in Bahrain and want to try some traditional food. It is now the next day, and we are about to head to the airport, but before leaving Bahrain, I wanted to try the national dish of mashboush. And there's different versions of like chicken or meat or fish, but this one is with meat, and it also comes with some kind of lentils, and I think this is an egg as well. Let's see. Yeah, an egg. And then we have some dips and sauces here as well. And then I have a mint and lemon drink here again. So yeah. And mashboush seems to also be the national dish of Kuwait, so I'm also a bit confused over that. If you have any clarity about that, let me know. Yeah, I spoke with the tour guide yesterday, and he confirmed that mashboush is the national dish of Bahrain as well. So yeah. This concludes the Bahrain adventures. It was short, but we are heading to the next Gulf country, and I will see you there. So thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and see you in country 120.